This climb is regarded as a mega classic, partly because of the history. It was first done in 1914, which is almost 100 years ago, which is amazing to think that they were climbing at that standard back then. And there was a terrible accident on it back in the day as well, where 4 people died, which helped make it quite an infamous climb. And just the terrain it goes through is very unlikely for that era, so it's become arguably the most famous rock climb in England. This is a great location because it's high in the fells. It's a big mission just getting up here. It's a bit of a pain walking up that big hill with all the heavy climbing gear and water and stuff. But once you get up here, it's a different experience. You know, the clouds coming in now. It gets the evening sun up here, so you get these beautiful evening sunsets. And it's just more of an adventure. Some of the other climbs we've done, they're quite near to the car and low down, so you don't get that same sense of being out in the fells. And then here we get to the top, and you're still quite a long way from the end of the day. You've got to get off the summit. There's a little abseil back to the base, get your stuff, and then another hour back to the car. So it just feels a lot more like a day out, a big adventure. Climbing the Lake District is great because it's a bit more of a mountain experience than other places in England. You really are up in the mountains. They're not huge mountains, but they're very dramatic, as you can see. And you really get much more of a sense of adventure than you do climbing on smaller cliffs in other parts of the country. I also love it because I live here, so you know, it's part of the reason that I live here, and it's nice having a resource like this right on your doorstep, a world-class resource right on your doorstep. There's quite a few other classic routes up here. There's Botterill Slab just over there, which is a VS, it's a bit easier. There's the Pinnacle just around there, Scafell Pinnacle, which has got a bunch of severes and more moderate classic routes. And then right on this face there's some harder lines. There's Saxon, which is a classic E2 up there, Nazgul, which is a classic E3 which comes directly up to where we are now and then goes straight up there. And then there's the Ringwraith, which is an E5, which comes directly up the central buttress, which is another classic. The first part. And then picture yourself doing this bit. 1917. Must have been hardcore.
14.
Yeah, 1914. That's a bit more hobnail, eh? You can imagine doing that with hobnails. Just, man.
Not further off you, where you are.
Just stay quite low on that reverse, basically. Okay. Well positioned. Yeah. Cool. Very atmospheric. How's it going, Dad?
Getting in trouble?
Yeah, it sounded just like a cloud though, wasn't it?
Oh what?
Well done.
Yeah, nice one, mate.